Van sat alone on a bench in the cold night, replaying everything as one tear slipped down her cheek, quietly followed by more. It felt humiliating and heartbreaking. She had come all the way to Paris with so many hopes, only for him to end it so easily. Was it really that simple for him? People passing by glanced at her with quiet pity. As she blinked her tears away, he had ended it and walked off, leaving her alone in the middle of nowhere. It was late at night when she dragged her suitcase into a hotel she had found online. The lobby was quiet, golden light reflecting off polished marble floors. She stepped up to the desk. Lady, hello ma'am, how may I help you? One, I had like a room for a week, please. One said, her voice cheerier than she felt. Lady, of course, ma'am. After a few quick formalities, the receptionist handed her a key card. Enjoy your stay, she smiled politely. Thank you. Wine replied softly, gripping the card a little tighter than necessary. Wine tapped the key card against the door when a familiar voice called out behind her. She turned to see Taehyung standing against the door frame. Taehyung, hey, what are you doing here? His hand rested in his pocket and he looked at her confused. She hesitated, her fingers tightening around the handle of her suitcase. Hey, Dad? She looked down, scratching the back of her neck. We broke up. A quiet silence settled between them. Taehyung searched her face, unsure what to say. After a moment, he cleared his throat. THV, I was heading out for a drink. If you don't want to be alone. He didn't force her, just a simple offer in case she wanted to join him. Her eyes lit up at the mention of drinks, wine. Can I join you? Please, I want something to clear my mind. He leaned against the door and nodded with a smile. She squealed in joy, thanking him, and quickly kept her stuff inside, grabbed her coat and bag, and walked out with him. Tejvi, the club's closed. We can walk or grab a cab. You are wearing heels. She smiled in assurance. Fine, I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's go walking. It's a good weather to walk. One, break up in Paris? Can you imagine? She scooped. The city of love, and this is what I get? Her words dissolved into a few muttered curses aimed at David. She kept talking, half venting, half laughing at her own misery, while Taehyung listened quietly, offering the occasional note or much needed curses. By the time they reached the line outside the club, her steps had slowed. He's a jerk for pulling that, Taehyung said simply, gently guiding her in front of him so that no one bumped into her. Inside, the bar started through the floor, neon lights slicing across the dark room. They made their way to the bar and took two empty seats, ordering their drinks over the loud music. The young barely made it through two drinks. He needed to stay sober, making sure she got back to the hotel safely. Wine cried as the emotion she had tried to bottle up finally spilled over, tears slipping down her cheeks, each one burning as she downed another glass, hoping the alcohol would burn thoughts. She felt numb, hollow, like all the colors had drained from her world. Taehyung hesitated, unsure how to comfort her, so he stayed quiet, present, letting her rant and cry without interruption. When she reached for another glass, he gently stopped her. Jejwe, that's enough. You had a lot already. Van, hey, let me drink. She protested, her voice soft but stubborn. She tried to grab it anyway, but he lifted the glass just out of reach. A small chuckle escaping him. You have definitely had enough wine. Taehyung, she whined, hoping of the stool to snatch it, but he simply held his arm higher, amused yet firm. Okay, that's enough. We are leaving. Taehyung said, paying for the drinks before guiding her out of the club, ignoring her half-hearted protests. I wanted to drink more. She pouted, crouching dramatically near the sidewalk. He couldn't help but smile, kneeling in front of her. She looked adorable. You have had plenty. Look at you. You can drink again some other day. He helped her up, but she immediately frowned. I don't want to walk. My heels hurt. He glanced around the empty streets, no cabs in sight. The road unusually quiet at this hour. A soft laugh escaped him. I knew it. Without another word, he turned and crouched in front of her. Get on. She blinked at him. What? Kitchen. Piggyback before I change my mind. After a second of hesitation, she wrapped her arms around his shoulder and he lifted her easily. Walking down the quiet Paris street towards the hotel, her heels dangling from her fingers as the night stretched calmly around them. The next morning was quieter. They decided to explore the city together. What began as slow cafe hopping turned into hours of wandering and easy conversations. Taehyung carried his camera, capturing streets, food stalls, stray cats, and the liveliness of Paris. As they talked, they shared their passion. He revealed he was a photographer. She told him she was a painter. Later, they were strapped into a small gallery, the same one she had visited years ago. Award worthy pieces lined the walls, old and new. Among them hung her painting. It spoke louder than words ever could. Then quietly lifted his camera, capturing not just the artwork, but the way she looked at it. Night ended with street foods and Eiffel Tower. They sat there adoring the golden hue with the sparkle show of the tower, tossing wines for the day, but still making sure not to drink too much. Wine laughed at some joke that he made. The whole day she spent with him, she didn't have to stress about anything. He did it all for her. Raised to be a gentleman, she could tell. What else could a girl wish for? A perfect outfit, pleasant weather, the best pictures, and maybe, just maybe, the fun company of someone who made her feel like the main character. And wine? She got it all. THV, you look good when you smile, he remarked, catching her off guard. Huh? She blinked at him in surprise. Taehyung simply grinned and turned his camera around, showing her the candid he had taken. She stood looking at the Eiffel Tower and laughing at some joke that he made. She didn't even realize he took a picture of it. She grew quiet for a moment, her chest tightening. The picture wasn't just beautiful, it captured something real. One, I want to try taking pictures too. She clasped her hands together like a child, eyes sparkling as she begged him to teach her. Thank teach, raising a brow. One, you'll teach me, right? He nodded, refusing her was not an option. He handed her the camera, stepping closer as he gently adjusted her grip, guiding her fingers into place. Now, he murmured, his voice lower as she leaned in just slightly. What are you going to capture? She looked around and her lips curved into a smile when she spotted a very old couple sitting on a bench, hand in hand. Them, one grinned, pointing at the couple. Taehyung followed her gaze and softened. They're so cute. She lifted the camera, aiming it towards the pair, ready to click, when his voice stopped her. Your angle isn't good, he murmured. Before she could ask, he stepped closer, his chest brushing against her back. His hand slid gently over hers on the camera, guiding her grip, fixing the focus. She froze for a second at the closeness, feeling his warmth as he leaned slightly to align the shot. There, he whispered near her ear, adjusting the tilt. Now it'll look good. She clicked the picture, still in shock, her cheeks betraying her with a crimson flush at the closeness. Her heart drummed wildly in her chest, loud enough that she feared he could hear it. She never felt like this with David. What was that feeling? She looked at Taehyung, who was impressed by how she clicked the picture.